This video contains spoilers for every single ending of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. What is moving, what is grooving, everybody? Is a spectacular schmoopin', and welcome back to a video that I haven't done in a long freaking time. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're doing another drawing video. I haven't done this in for freaking ever, but I wanted to do something because I have a bit of a surprise for you guys. So a lot that, well, I guess it's not a surprise, I don't know. I've been thinking a lot recently about what type of videos I want to make for you guys and what type of content I want to give to you guys specifically. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, I'm in a Five Nights at Freddy's mood. I really want to do this, and I wanted to know what you guys said. So I talked to some of you guys on Discord. Not my Discord, I don't have a server. Maybe. And so what I did, and I asked around and I talked with some people personally. A lot of you guys wanted to see some more drawing videos, and so today we're going to be coming right back to the drawing area, so you know how this goes. I talk for a minute, kind of explain my thought process while I'm drawing the creation that I am creating. And you guys get to sit back, listen to some nice beats, listen to some cool music, turn on a podcast. I got my 8-Bit Ryan. He's going to be playing in the background. Love listening to 8-Bit Ryan while I draw. So I'm going to have him playing in the background while I doodle. But without further ado, we're going to be drawing the Blob. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Blob from the last game, the final boss, you could say, or one of the final creations, one of the final entities in the last chapter of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach was the Blob. Now, that's what it's been called. That's what people have named it. So I am going to try to draw what I think it's going to be looking like during this DLC, because this whole series that I got going on, it's making like Monty, Roxanne, you know, what will they be after we come back to Ruin, the DLC Ruin that's coming hopefully soon. Maybe not, but I'm hoping it's coming in March, I think, but it's not confirmed, it's not guaranteed. But without further ado, I'm going to start drawing the Blob, and I'm going to cut to when I have the Blob on screen. All right, so here we have the Blob. It is obviously, you know, it's a face of Funtime Freddy, I believe is the animatronic's name. I don't know all the animatronics. I have come to learn on my stream, which if you guys aren't following, you can follow me at twitch.tv/schmoopin. Anyway, you can follow me on my Twitch. We do a bunch of fun stuff over there. This time we did a bunch of drawing. I was drawing each other's art with another streamer. It was a lot of fun. But I found out very quickly, I actually don't know a lot of these characters' names. So we have Funtime Freddy's face. Chica, I believe Baby is in here. I have to check like which all the people, I believe the puppet, you know, Mangle, I want to say those are all the people that are inside the Blob that are part of the Blob. I think Toy Bonnie is also part of the Blob. You're gonna look at me and tell me that's a Blob? Is that a Blob? Without further ado, I say let's get right into this. I'm gonna try a couple different things here, but I say I'm just gonna jump right into it. I got an awesome song for you guys. This is called Crypt with the Necro Dancer, I think it's called. Cryptique. So here we are. I kind of drew the main frame of what I have, and I'm going to kind of show you the direction, or tell you guys the direction I am. We take a look at Blobby. Take a look at Blobby right here. I think my face cam's in the way. No, we're fine. So if we take a look at Blobster right here, we can see that he's a blob. Obviously, it's a blob. It is a blob. It is a accumulation of a bunch of different animatronics, different parts, different things like that, wires and spaghetti. It is still a blob. I am choosing to go on a different route here. This route, the route I am taking with the blob, I'm envisioning a mobile blob, essentially. Kind of, it's a weird snake that goes into an octopus type thing. If any of you have seen The Matrix, it's almost akin to a sentry, I believe they're called, in The Matrix, where it's got multiple little octopus tentacles flying around everywhere, and it's trying to grab stuff and everything like that. That is kind of the direction I'm taking this guy right now. Mainly because I think with Ruin, you know, the blob, it seems like he's trying to, it's made up of all the people who are angry with William Afton. They're trying to keep him there, you know, keep him in pain and in suffering. So what I'm taking him is I'm making him more mobile, more able to go around the Pizzaplex. This guy is going to be able to, like, crawl around the ceiling. He's going to be able to use Music Man's tubes. He's going to be able to just go all over the place. But I also wanted to create him using some things a little more familiar. Maybe perhaps, you know, Funtime Freddy, he's a little familiar with his body. You know, he's been a blob the whole time, and he's been fine with being a blob. But now that this new threat is happening and he's got to roam the entire Pizzaplex, he's got to have a new body that can move around a little bit faster, a little bit quicker. So I'm going to take this a little bit differently. I'm going to show you guys my process as I keep going. I still need to include all the other faces of all the other characters here. I haven't gotten to that yet. But as of right now, I kind of like where he's going. It looks a lot more threatening, and just imagining this thing slithering and, like, crawling its way through, like, tubes and stuff like that is just kind of terrifying to me. But we'll keep going. I'm going to keep creating this guy, and we'll see how it goes. I'm going to start doing the inking process, and then after I'm done with that, I'll kind of show you guys and tell you guys what I'm going to go from there on.
Objection! Objection! Hold it! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Objection! Objection! Hold it! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Objection! Objection! Hold it! Hold it! Objection! Hold it! Objection!
So that took a lot longer than I thought it did. This is a much bigger, tedious oh my gosh. So taking a look at this guy real quick, I'm going to run you through a tour. Obviously, you got the face, which is Funtime Freddy's face. Then you continue on the neck, you got Baby, because Baby is part of the blob. Then you keep going down, you have Bonnie. I originally thought this was supposed to be Toy Bonnie, but it turns out it's just actual legitimate Bonnie. Then as you go down, I added Bonnie's torso right here. Because as I said, you know, this guy's probably thinking, you know, he's traveling around, he's trying to get back to his movement roots, which indicates a torso, what Funtime Freddy is used to, what the Blob is used to when he used to roam around. He used to roam around in a body, and so he's trying to almost reconstruct that in a sense. So first and foremost, you take a look at the original design. Originally, it was just, you know, him, a couple other parts, and then it goes on to off into some octopus arms and stuff like that. 2 big main arms. I decided to change that up a bit. Now, because the thought is that I'm imagining him chasing Gregory or whoever we're playing as during the DLC, I gave him these little arm mandible type things where he's gonna like reach out and grab you, because he's gonna stick his whole head inside like the big long serpentine like neck into one of those tubes. He's gonna slither around, but he's got those little arms to kind of grab and to do stuff with. I was mainly actually trying to think of, if you guys know who this is. So for those of you who don't know who this is the Nowhere King from the show, I believe, what is it called? Centaur Land, I think it's called. This is the Nowhere King. Now, this is kind of the idea that I went with while designing Freddy, the Molten Blob, Funtime Freddy type thing. Mainly because I wanted it, because the Nowhere King, he's a villain, he's an awful villain, great villain, honestly, you guys should check him out. But I wanted to create something like that, a big, menacing, hulking behemoth. So as we keep going on, you got the body, you got Puppet's face right there, you got some more endo arms poking out right there. He kind of goes off this big tube right here, which is connecting everything. It bursts off into another arm where you got Mangle's face, where all these wires are coming out, protruding out of that thing. I think it's Mangle. I don't know if it's Mangle or Funtime Fox. So I'm going to get to coloring this guy, and then I will be back to finish him off and then to continue my surprise for you guys. Without further ado, let's get going, because I am running short on time. Whoa, baby. Look at it! Oh, I think that's awesome. All right, first off, I want to zoom in on this bad boy real quick, so give me 1 second. Oh, my days. Look at that, dog. Look at that. I'm actually very proud of how it came out. Needless to say, love how this has turned out already. Like, this is pretty darn sick as far as, like, an image goes and as a creation goes. Like, this is the Blob. It's gonna be called like the Snake after this. I don't freaking know. I think this is really cool. I really like that it implemented a lot of the, you know, robot parts, that it's trying to become something rather than just a blobby like pile of wires and broken parts. I do like that I've tried to create this thing. Like, maybe it'll use this to like go through ventilation staffs and stuff like that, trying to zap ya. I freaking love this. I love the way this came out, and I love the way it looks. And I hope you guys like it too, because it's now time for that super secret special surprise that I was saving for you guys. So without further ado, let's get drawing that secret surprise. Hi, it's me again. I have a different shirt this time. So welcome everybody. Now is the time you've probably been waiting for. I don't know, actually. But it is now time to draw the secret drawing that I was telling you guys about. So what I'm gonna do with this one, for those of you who don't know, there is an ending in FNAF Security Breach where you actually get to confront Vanny, and you and Freddy, you guys go confront Vanny. Now, at the end of that, Gregory actually takes the robot controls and turns the security drones, staff bots, against Vanny. Now, if we've learned something from good old William Afton in the Five Nights at Freddy's series, it's that he always comes back. I have a theory, because at the end of that ending, let's say, because a lot of these drawings that I'm creating, they're more concepts, proof of concepts, what if the Blob is an actual creature that's going to be in the thing? What would Monty look like after the end of Security Breach? What would Roxy look like after the end of Security Breach? Pretty much these are my interpretations of what I think these characters are going to become during the new DLC. When that DLC happens, I have no idea. I like creating these things, I like drawing them, you guys seem to like them, so I'm gonna keep doing it. Now, for those of you who know, and those of you who don't know, the true ending of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach has you and Glamrock Freddy confronting actually William Afton at the basement of the Pizzaplex, where you confront him, you damage him, and you supposedly leave him back down there to be trapped and tortured by the Blob for the eternities that he's there. Now, taking that, let's take that, that's the true ending. We're gonna put it like right up here somewhere. That's true ending. However, if you don't do that ending, that means you branch off into a different ending. That different ending is the security bots ending. Now, in that ending timeline, you've never met William Afton, if that makes sense. You've never went down to the basement, you've never confronted him, so he's still down there if you go that route. So, this makes sense that after we have used the staff bots to attack Vanny, that good old Willie finds a way to bring her back. And that's what I'm gonna draw right here for you today. Now, let's start the secret speed drawing process. Enjoy this song. And that will do it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy the little speed drawing that I did there. It took a lot longer than I thought I would, that's for sure. Thought I was gonna get this done really quick. Turns out, no, I was not. So here is the ruined Vanny, so to speak. So as you can see right here, she's kind of undergone a bit of damage. We could say that, you know, after the security bots, the little staff bots, after they started whamming on her and started ripping her apart, she kind of lost a couple things. So she will say she died right then and there. However, her drive to please William Afton down in the basement below kept her going. She decided she didn't want to die quite yet. And because she's a genius robotics person, as we find out in some of the secret tapes, that she actually started putting herself back together again. And obviously I had to give her the purple skin because I had to, dog, there's no way. I kind of changed her up a bit, you know, her mask got cracked and ruined a bit, you know, so her hair is starting to spew out there. You can see her ruined, decaying corpse face, some hair kind of going out right there. Some of the stitching is coming undone on her costume and stuff like that, so she's got to, you know, restitch it, but her drive, because she feels like she failed William Afton, so she's been driven to hunt down throughout the entire security complex, the entire Five Nights at Freddy's mega mall. She's running around, she's hunting down Gregory, and she's kind of gone insane, obviously, with her look. So she's lost her mind. She's going all over the place. I didn't put her teeth in there because I figured, you know, the dark, empty smile was a little bit creepier. But, you know, she's got some crud on her fingers. She's been rummaging. She uses her knife to kind of pry open stuff and, you know, open different things. I can't. That motion. Wee. Anyway, she's been prying open some stuff, so her knife has received a couple smacks, breaks here and there. She found one of Monty's old legs, so she put it on to replace her leg that got ripped off and stuff like that. So I'm assuming this is just, you know, or I'm assuming this is the headcanon of my own, where she literally went on throughout these years, because it looks like Ruin takes place years after Security Breach. So she's going on through years and years of work and years of just being decaying and falling apart and just getting absolute ruined. So I hope you guys did enjoy this episode of speed drawing. We created two very awesome creations here today. And there is the final products that we have here today. We created the Blob, which I'm really impressed with. We created Vanny, which I'm also really impressed with. I'm really glad these guys turned out all right, turned out exactly how I wanted them to turn out, because they are quite terrifying, quite honestly spooky. I would hate to run into any of these if these were part of the DLC. Like, again, just thinking about this guy crawling through like vents and stuff like that, his arms reaching out to try to grab you. Arms kind of acting like mandibles and stuff like that, so it's a little freaking creepy. And then you guys just got Vanny, who just looks absolutely just insane, zombified and like freaking FNAF-eyed and everything like that, and I just freaking love how she looks. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy this speed drawing video, and if you guys do want to see more speed drawing videos like this one right here, please let me know down in the comments below. And without further ado, remember, stay fantastic.